Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Golden Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name is Tom Novak, and today is September 27th of 2021. It's 66 degrees Fahrenheit or 19 degrees Celsius out. We're working on our Coprosma pink Splender. That's this one here. Now you're going to say, Tom, you got all small plants. Well, in order for you to learn, you got to start out small and then go up from there. I mean, it doesn't hurt. You're gonna say it looks like a plant in a pot. No, it's not. It's your creation. You're gonna have to nurture it, let it grow, and take care of it until it grows into a nice looking tree for you. You'll thicken up the trunk by yourself and everything else. So you got to learn. Start out small. And those of you that are pros at it, then try something different. This is a different plant to try out. You got nothing to lose. And if you find things on sale, grab them. Doesn't hurt to try them out. Well, our Coprosma, I hope I'm saying it right, likes sun to part shade, evenly moist soil, but likes a well-draining sandy soil. So I'm using a free draining mix of 1 part worm castings, 1 part peat moss, 1.5 parts sifted perlite, and 3 parts coarse sand, and I'm going to add mikus and azus to the root system. So here's our plant. I'm going to take it out of the pot. And I put another screen, even though this pot has a screen in it, I'm going to put another screen in there because of the sand content of our mix. So all we're going to do is squeeze the pot. All I got to do is squeeze the pot to get the roots out. Okay, let's put that over here. Then if you don't have a root rake, look at it, it's got some nice roots there. If you don't have a root rake, just use a chopstick. That's all you gotta do. Just use a chopstick. Just knock it off. And they look like they have a perlite and I don't know, peat. Now this is a cutting. As you can see the root system, how it looks. So let me dab it in water and let's see what we got here. There we go. We got a nice radial root system right then and there. Look at that. We got roots up here, but we don't want that. We're going to start our base. Well, we can get our roots to start growing here, so we're going to put it in about there so these roots can take off, and then we can always cut those. But let's see what we got. Okay, let's let it sit in the water for the time being. Let me take our mix out of the pot, or out of our bucket here. And this is my mix. You can see how nice it looks. So let's take our pot, move all the junk on the side. We got a nice level surface to work with. We'll hold down our other screen. All I gotta use is a chopstick. Put our sandy mix in there. Just like that. There we go. Short and easy. Now, let's take our tree and let's see where we're at in the pot. Now, this is a real young cutting. So we're going to go in about there. We'll use our chopstick as a guide, and I think that'll look, excuse me, that'll look pretty good. I'm gonna have to have a cup of tea after this. So then we'll take our shears, dip them in our peroxide solution, and we're gonna just cut these top roots off so we can get our trunk. And I think We're going to keep it that way because we want these roots to develop, and we're just going to cut these off right about there so we can get them into the pot. Now you're going to say, Tom, this is the wrong time of the year to do root cuttings. No, it's not. Fall, well, in our northern climates, is like you would say a second spring, because when you plant, the soil, the air is cool, the tree's not under a lot of stress from the heat and the sun. Like in the spring, it can get warm real fast, but in the fall, sure, it can get cold, but the roots are still going to grow. So let's see how our pot looks here. Why do you think the landscapers get big business in the fall of the year? Because that's the best time to plant your trees. You want them roots to grow because the soil, the tree's not under a lot of pressure, and this will give the tree a good burst in the spring. It'll be well ahead of the other trees that you just potted in the spring. So this fall is, to me, is like your second spring. So right now we're going to take our azus and we're going to dust the roots. Remember, keep your hands dry. I know it's a little top heavy, but we're going to cut it. But right now I just want to get our roots dusted so I don't forget. That's all you got to do. See? Just dust them real good. And whatever falls into the bottom, that's good to start the roots out. Now we're going to lay our tree like this. And we're going to get our mikus out. And we're going to also dust the roots with it. Now remember, from Extreme Gardens, you get a free sample kit. I think it's like $5 for shipping or something like that. I forget what it is now. But don't be afraid. You get a lot of good stuff in the sample pack. So we'll take our mikus and we'll dust the roots also. And remember, this is not a fertilizer. It's a beneficial bacteria to help the roots grow. So it is not going to burn the roots. There we go. Seal our bag up real tight so nothing gets in there to contaminate it. And then we're going to take our cup instead of our little shovel there. And we're just going to pack the soil in a little bit there. And what I'm going to do is spritz it to take the surface tension out of the bottom. And to show the roots, hey, we got water down here, and just because we washed it real good, the roots are nice and fluffy. We got our top right there where our root zone is right below where we want it. And we're going to add our potting mix in that we made up. Now I just got to hold that so it doesn't fall. So let me put my root right here until I can get some more soil there. What's the difference between soil and dirt? Soil is alive. Dirt is dead. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there to get your plant growing. No bacteria, nothing. That's the difference between dirt and soil. So when you do bonsai, always say soil, because you got a nice living growing medium in there for your plant, for your little tree. Okay, now we're taking our chopstick and getting the soil into the root system. The roots were nice and fluffy there. And then we're going to take the surface tension out and just wet it like that. Just spin it. And then we're going to take our little squirt bottle and we're going to just get some of the soil in there, water in there to get the soil into the root system, to take out all the air pockets. That's all you got to do. And now let's straighten out our tree. Now you can see after watering it, the soil goes down. So that's good. Get more soil in for to get our roots growing, because our root level is right about there. So that way there. Okay. Let's take that and let's get our little shovel here and just get everything even. Just like that, just put it in. Remember, this is your canvas. The soil, the tree, and everything you do, you're the artist. You're the one that's going to make your tree to grow nice. So don't be afraid to work on it. You make a mistake, but we're human. So just get your soil in there real nice and gentle. Pat it down in. There we go. Just like that. And get our spray bottle, get the surface tension out. This way here, by doing this, the water will run into the soil and not flow over the pot. Just like that. Just take your time. And don't be afraid. This is your little tree. You're going to watch it grow. And for those of you with arthritis, this is a real easy tree to work with because it's small. Got a small pot, it's easier to carry. So don't worry. It's going to grow. But you gotta try it. And if you're a pro at growing, then you can always get the bigger trees. But right now I'm trying to start everybody out with young ones. And if I can find bigger ones, then we use them. But right now this will work out pretty good. Get my little spoon and fill that in a little bit there. Just in the corners to give our level there. I got a nice, plain, simple little tree. And just water it in. Don't be afraid. Get that surface tension out of there. And then we're going to take our bottle. We'll spin it and just get all the water in evenly. By spinning, you'll get it in. Just like that. It's pulling up. It should drain fast with that sand, so let's just get them air holes out of there. Get the pockets out. There you go. See that? It's coming out real nice. See how nice it drained? Don't be afraid. You got to get those air pockets out. There we go. Real nice. Just like that. Take your finger, wipe the pot. Oh, I got any paper towels? Yep, there we go. Always keep them on the bottom close to you at hand. There we go, just wipe it off real good. Just like that. Simple, easy to do. There we go. There's our little tree. Now, it's kind of tall, so we don't want it to get that big, and this branch is sticking out way out into space. So we're going to take these little ones off because we don't need these, right? Well, we can leave them on, you know what, and have a sacrificial branch. But I'm going to take this one back to here, but I'll take them off anyway because we got these other ones here. There we go. And now the top, it's real top heavy. We want this to bush out more. So we want this bottom to grow more. So what I'm going to do is take my heavier shears right here, dip it in the peroxide, make sure they're sterile. And then I'm going to cut it right about here. I'm going to let my shears go down, touch the leaves. Cut it at a 45. Now this, I'm going to try to make a cutting out of this one. I don't know if we'll get one out of this one, but I'm going to stick it in my water here. I'll get some sand out of the garage later. And it's a nice small little tree. Now we're going to just take these roots. Let's clean our scissors off real good in peroxide and just cut off these top roots here. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to take our, what is this, frozen berries lipstick, and just cut the top, dab the top end so we don't get no moisture into the wound. Just like that. Remember, lipstick is a natural wax. You don't have to buy that expensive tree paste. If you got a bigger wound on your tree, then use wood glue. I use Type Bond, the premium wood glue. That works really good for me also. But there you go. There's a little tree. It's in there nice. We'll take our little tag, put it in there. And this being fall, let's see what we can do. There we go. We can take our gravel and just put it around the edges just to dress it up. You can use any color gravel you want. It's your canvas. Just something to dress up the pot for fall. You don't have to be fancy. Whatever you like to do. And just a little bit here around the tree. Like that. And then all we got to do is I got some pumpkins here. What's fall without pumpkins? I'll put one there. We got a little small one over here. We got a nice big one for the back. Just like that. Something different, just to dress it up. There we go. Then we can take our little truck to help us to disguise our little tag and put it in over here. There you go. You got a nice little tree right there. All decorated the way you want to see it decorated. Tag down there. Looks like the guy's driving a load of pumpkins for us. And that's our little tree. So don't be afraid. All this will start growing out. And we can always prune it later. But remember, fall is your second spring. So you're going to get ahead of everybody by jump starting this plant now. So when spring comes, it's in the pot. It's potted. I'm not doing nothing to it. And this thing's going to grow. There we go. Just shake it like that. Get whatever water's in there out of there. And that's our little tree. So don't be afraid to try. It's a young tree, but it's your tree. Work with it, and it'll reward you in the long run. So today's Monday night. It's comedy night. The Bickersons, Life of Riley. Let's see what else. Duffy's Tavern. Burns and Ellen, Jack Benny. Who else? Life of Riley. Maybe I said that. A cup of tea. Sit back and relax and enjoy an old-time comedy show. Oh yeah, and Abbott and Costello too. You take care, everybody, and have a nice night.